Well, it's time for another Haulsanity. And I hear what you're saying. Oh, V, come on. Another one? Well, it could be worse. You could write the autobiography script for Starscream's life. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've wrote that script. And then he, being the treacherous one that he is, trying to be in control of everything, decides to go and change it, and I have to rewrite the whole entire thing. This is what I get for associating myself with someone who thinks he should be leader of the Decepticons. Boy, oh boy. Anyway, it's time for a little bit of Haulsanity. Cue the intro. Hello, my fellow Revolticons. I'm V-Revolticon, and I'm here with another edition of Haulsanity, that series where I gather up a haul and insanity ensues. And this time, it's an all-studios series Haulsanity. But the catch is they're all deluxes. So sorry, have to ruin your fun there a little bit. Anywho, as usual, I went to my local stores around here and I picked up about 5 figures in total. And usually I would go from the smallest to the largest, leaving the best until last. But unfortunately, they're all the same size, so I'm just going to leave the one I'm more excited about towards the end. Anywho, that being said, let's jump into it, shall we? Let's. So first up is one that comes to us from Dark of the Moon. I will be saying which ones these are represented by, what movie they're from, in the studio series itself, so be aware of that. But this one, it doesn't really get me excited. It's grown on me, but it's not something I'm going to write a whole thing about and be like, yeah! So that being said, the first figure in this Haulsanity is Transformers Studio Series, representing Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Crowbar. Not to be confused with the 90s wrestler. There's a joke there. But anyway, this figure comes to us from Dark of the Moon. I think the crowbar was only in the movie for all of about 15 minutes. If I'm wrong, someone will correct me, I'm sure. Crowbar doesn't really do it for me. I'm going to be honest. I don't hate it. It's grown on me. But I just don't I'm not getting behind the I'm a Bionicle look. You know, I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. But it's not that I hate having it in my collection. I'm happy to have it in my collection for a few reasons. But all in all, maybe it'll grow on me. But just looking at it right now, it's just, I don't know. But all in all, I guess I'm happy to have them in my collection. So there you have Transformers Studio Series representing Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Crowbar. And on to the next figure in this Haulsanity. This is another one I have some really big nitpicks with. But this one's issues can be fixed a lot easier, I guess. I could do a little bit of procedure on it, which is kind of funny because the next figure in this Haulsanity is Transformers Studio Series representing the first Transformers movie, Deluxe Class Ratchet. Yep, Ratchet. I'm going to be honest with you here. I got Ratchet because the robot mold itself is nice. The vehicle mode is nice. And I need another Ratchet for my collection because I don't have too many Ratchets. I think I only have one or two of the Ratchet molds from Prime, and then one from the movie, maybe two from the movie. I don't remember. But my major issue with this figure, and the reason I'm not super excited to have it in my collection, is because he lacks paint. In the robot mode, at least. The vehicle mode's fine. It's great. It's just the paint on the robot mode is just not almost non-existent. It's just a bright piece of neon yellow green with some little bits of paint here and there. And I'm just like, ugh. Maybe, like I said earlier, maybe I can do a procedure on him. Haha, he's the medic. And give him some color in his hands or whatever. Maybe paint his arms a different color. I just think it needs some other colors to, you know, give it more life. Make it more vibrant. I don't know. But he does come with a buzzsaw. So, there's that. But anyway, that being said, I am happy to have him, even with my nitpicks. And he'll be welcome addition to my collection. So, there you have Transformers Studio Series representing the first Transformers movie, Deluxe Class Ratchet. And now we move on to one of two figures that are representing Age of Extinction. The first one is one that was a remold, or is a remold, repaint of an earlier figure that I got earlier in an earlier video in Stinger. And this one is also one that was made by KSI, funny enough. And I think I pretty much spoiled it. So get ready to turn your whole world blue, because the next figure in this Haulsanity is Transformers Studio Series, representing Transformers Age of Extinction, Deluxe Class, KSI Sentry. Yep, KSI Sentry. Now, again, as I mentioned before, as far as I recall, he is a repaint, slight remold of the Stinger bot that came out in Wave 1. And I can tell just by the vehicle mode that that's the case, and some of the other parts that are on him, they at least share some parts on them. That is for sure. And I gotta point out something before I move on, because I'm not gonna say too much more about this guy. But not only does he look like Willy Wonka gave him a piece of robotic candy, and he turned into that giant blue girl from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Let's keep in mind that this is a KSI bot, and they put a Decepticon logo right next to that. And it's on both sides, so you can't just say, oh, that was an oopsie. No. They're implying... It's almost as if they're implying KSI was run by Decepticons. Which might explain the whole Galvatron thing. Or vice versa. And by the way, points to you if you can figure out what KSI stands for down below. So, yeah, otherwise, it just looks like Stinger painted blue, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's actually pretty cool, and I'm very happy to have him. So, yeah. But there you go. There you have Transformers Studio Series representing Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Class KSI Agents, or Sentry. Technically, it could be an agent, but bloopers. Anyway, moving on. The next one is also representing Transformers Age of Extinction. And this one's another straight repaint. And it's almost like Lockdown went to jail and just decided, you know what, I'm going to get the stereotypical jailhouse colors. And again, I pretty much have spoiled it, so the next figure in this Haulsanity is Transformers Studio Series, representing Age of Extinction, Deluxe Class, Shadow Raider. Come with me, walk in the Valley of Darkness and Raiders. And now that I've just creeped out about half of the people watching this, yes, this is a repaint of Lockdown, the Studio Series Lockdown, which came out, I want to say, about a few months before this did, or at least it did in my area. We got a few of these early. And Lockdown was totally gray and black. But this one, Shadow Raider, he's got everything except for the paneling for the car and part of his chest is all orange. It's been totally jailhouse colored. Now, why would you give Lockdown that bright orange coloration and call him something else? I don't know. Maybe they just want people to army build these, buy a bunch of figures, have an army so you can have some minions when you're making scenes for videos and such. Who knows? But all in all, Shadow Raider looks pretty cool. I wouldn't have gone with that shade of orange, but that's just me. But I'm very happy to have this guy in my collection. So there you have Transformers Studio Series representing Age of Extinction, Deluxe Class, Shadow Raider. And on to the last figure in this Haulsanity. Now, if you guys remember, I've been talking about Bumblebee Movie the past few videos, past few Haulsanities, excuse me. And that movie blew all the other ones out of the water. Don't get me wrong. I love the Transformers movies for what they are. But if Bumblebee's movie is anything to go by, the future is bright for Transformers movies. I feel like that one, while I had little nitpicks with that, it was the best movie that in the Transformers series. And whether it's a recon, whether it's a reboot, it doesn't matter at this point. If they continue to go on in that matter and do it the way they did in that and just have the story as it is, we'll be fine. We'll be good and golden. No pun intended. But if you remember that movie, if you've gone and seen it, there are two Decepticons in that movie, Shatter and Dropkick. And they both took on two different modes. One was a land-based mode, and the other ones were air-based mode. Now, Dropkick took on a helicopter mode. Now, why am I focusing on Dropkick? Maybe because the next figure in this Haulsanity is Transformers Studio Series, representing the Bumblebee Movie, Deluxe Class, Dropkick, the helicopter mode. Yep, the helicopter mode Dropkick. Now, I say that because in the movie he is a triple changer, and Shatter is one as well. Shatter takes on a jet mode, I believe, and Dropkick takes on attack helicopter. And they both have car modes in the movie as well. But they're different figures, which are coming out later. At least Dropkick's getting one at the time of this recording. But all in all, I've got to say, Dropkick's robot mode is pretty neat. I have my little nitpicks with it. I wish some things were a bit beefier. But all in all, it's nice. I do wish we could have gotten triple changers, but I guess, with time being a constraint and everything else, I guess, trying to make this into a triple changer would have been a little bit more difficult considering the vehicle modes that were going to go into it. But all in all, I really do like the vehicle mode on it. If I remember, Dropkick is its own entire mold. Yeah. I did think at one point it was a remold or repaint of the Generations Whirl, but someone corrected me on that, so thank you, whoever that was. But anyway, other than that, it is a nice figure. I'm very happy to have him. Just, Bumblebee Movie was great, and the figures are not that bad either. So that being said, there you have Transformers Studio Series representing the Bumblebee movie, Deluxe Class, Dropkick. And that's pretty much it for this Haulsanity. Going through everything again, we have Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Crowbar, representing Dark of the Moon. Representing the first Transformers movie is Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Ratchet. Representing Age of Extinction is Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class KSI Sentry. Also representing Age of Extinction is Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Shadow Raider. And representing the Bumblebee movie, Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Dropkick. And again, that's pretty much it for this video. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and share this video. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you don't, there's a drop kick from the top rope coming into your future. You wait. I throw a pretty mean drop kick. Other than that, don't forget to support the YouTube community. I'm V-Revolticon, and I am out.